found some fried chicken in the back. And then, yeah, he did manage to get his load into the cabin of...
Melania Trump has been in the news a lot lately. I was talking about her in the monologue, and she's on the cover of Us Weekly with this cover.
Trump's having a toddler-level tantrum, and it's all thanks to some Melania jokes. Jimmy Kimmel and Bill Maher poked the bear, and now he's on a rampage. From Twitter rants to renting actual garbage trucks, Trump's reaction is pure comedy gold. But wait, there's more. Latino celebs are fighting back, and you won't believe how. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great, thank you so much. Now, back to the video. Jimmy Kimmel and Bill Maher were not shy about discussing the relationship between Donald Trump and Melania Trump.
She greets him like he made a delivery to her art gallery.
Things you didn't know about Melania. In Slovenia, I was a catalog model, which is what you call a model you order out of a catalog.
Melania Trump made a rare appearance in compliance with Section 3, subsection 2.7 of her prenuptial agreement,
which has been a topic of intense interest in the world of comedy. Together, these late-night comedians offered some scathing quips regarding the marital bliss, or lack thereof, of our former president. Kimmel started off by making fun of Melania's habit of going to the spa on a regular basis. He responded with laughter. I heard Melania has been spending a lot of time at the spa lately. Apparently, it takes a lot of work to maintain that I'm not really here look.
He even rode around in a garbage truck. He got a garbage truck and put his name on it because he is a ridiculous person.
Melania Trump has been in the news a lot lately. I was talking about her in the monologue, and she's on the cover of Us Weekly with this cover.
She greets him like he made a delivery to her art gallery.
How awful. It would appear that someone has been practicing their act of disappearance to put it into practice. In contrast, Maher had no intention of allowing Kimmel to take pleasure in his own company. Melania's situation became more serious as a result of his recommendation that she gather her belongings and leave. Your unhappiness is obvious, Maher joked jokingly to Melania, who was the recipient of his words. Just tell him I'm leaving you and I'm taking our child. This is such a cheap shot. Without a doubt, Barron is perplexed as to how he got himself into this predicament.
I hope I inspire little girls everywhere to marry for money. Oh, that's the story. But they left out my favorite feature in Us Weekly, which is the 25 things you don't know about me. Do you read about this?
Kimmel came back with a sarcastic remark about Melania's potential literary aspirations, not wanting to be outdone by anyone else. He made a joke about her writing a book with the title 50 Shades of Orange, My Life with Donald, My Life with Donald. If only that were to become a bestseller, I would be overjoyed. You should be able to recognize the titles of the chapters. The Art of the Silent Treatment, in conjunction with How to Smile Without Really Smiling. Maher, who was always ready with a zinger, speculated that Melania could overthrow Trump's administration on her own by simply refusing to support him. Imagine how nuts he would go if he had to see her in the press all the time, Maher thought to himself. Soap operas about politics are comparable to the television show The Bold and the Bankrupted. As the hilarious jokes continued to pile up, it was almost as if you could hear Trump's fingers twitching on Twitter. It is similar to watching a volcano erupt, except that instead of lava, it is filled with misspelled words and tweets with capital letters. And without a doubt, he did lose it. During a Twitter rant that took place late at night, President Trump referred to the United States of America as a garbage can. Thank you for your sophistication, Mr. President. Something that says, I can take a joke more than anything else is to make fun of an entire nation. There is, however, more to come. There was still more to come from Trump's vile outburst. According to reports, he took his metaphor of garbage to an entirely new level. What is the next step? Following the rental of a garbage truck, will he be able to drive it around town? He really did that. I can't believe it.
The not-so-great Pumpkin got a head start on Halloween yesterday. He showed up for a rally dressed as a garbage man. And, of course, the reason Trump is a cosplay garbage man this week is to try to distract us from the backlash he's getting. Which I do have to say, the vest really brings out the color of his mouth.
When life throws you a curveball, I suppose you have to have the ability to make lemonade out of it. How come you choose to rent a garbage truck when life is full of jokes about garbage? It would appear that Trump took the joke about the garbage truck and ran with it, then proceeded to head straight for the nearest sanitation depot. People, our former president, who was dissatisfied with simply tweeting his hate speech, decided to physically take his outburst to the streets where it could be seen by everyone. Just picture this. Despite the fact that he is still furious about the late night roasts, Donald Trump squeezes his large frame into a safety vest that has obviously seen better days. His level of comfort is comparable to that of a cat in a bathtub. However, when you're trying to improve your reputation, you have to be willing to make some concessions, don't you think? The man who formerly lived in a golden tower is currently operating a garbage truck that has been rented out.
He even rode around in a garbage truck. He got a garbage truck and put his name on it because he is a ridiculous person. In 2024, I think it would be the Republican nominee for president dancing to the song YMCA in a garbage man costume. Epic, iconic, all of those things. Washington crossed the Delaware, Trump hitched a ride in a garbage truck.
He is currently sitting behind the wheel of the vehicle. In addition, he slaps his name on the side in large, bold letters because his middle name is Subtlety, which comes right after John. He does this because Subtlety is his middle name. Does the fact that your name is printed on the side of a wheeled dumpster express the word presidential more effectively than anything else?
Found some fried chicken in the back. And then, yeah, he did manage to get his load into the cabin of the garbage is driving the truck. And then this lunatic decides to stay in the garbage costume, from which he decided it would be a good idea to hold a press conference.
Joe Biden should be ashamed of himself.
Still, hold on, things are going to get better. As Donald Trump rumbles through the streets of the United States, believing that he is cleaning up the country, the comedy industry is reveling in the opportunity. When it comes to late night hosts, it's basically like Christmas came early. Stephen Colbert, who is known for his ability to never miss a beat, uses a joke to ask, is Trump driving a garbage truck? Think about bringing your work with you when you go home. I'm sorry, Stephen, you must be in pain. In his contribution to the discussion, Seth Meyers offers a witty remark that gets to the heart of the matter. When your presidency is garbage, you might as well embrace it. Jimmy Fallon, in an effort to keep up with the times, suggests that Trump adopt a new catchphrase, which is "Make America Clean Again." Never in my life did I imagine that trash could be so hilarious. Strangely, Trump's team has not been heard from in the meantime. It would appear that they are having a difficult time explaining why a former president is currently working as a garbage collector. Find a solution to it. However, here is the most unfortunate part. In an attempt to improve his reputation, Trump's small-scale ploy has a spectacularly negative outcome. Rather than avoiding jokes about his marriage, he is now the subject of even more humorous material than has been the case previously. It appears that he made a pre-existing problem even more difficult to deal with. It is impossible to have predicted that. The fact that Trump's outburst over a few jokes demonstrates that he has less skin than toilet paper purchased from a dollar store is very clear. On the other hand, he is consistently absurd to be more specific. During the time that the orange turd is having his tantrum, celebrities and comedians are banding together like the Avengers of political humor. Through the transformation of laughter into a superpower, they are making it difficult for anyone to take Grumpy Trumpy seriously. And according to research, when we laugh at politicians, we are less likely to be afraid of them. This is because we are laughing at them. It is the complete opposite of comedy for people who have the ambition to become dictators. What about those well-known Latinos? It's not just that they have a lovely posture. By using their celebrity to light a fire under their asses, they are igniting the passion that their fans have for voting and other things. J-Lo and Bad Bunny are engaged in the business of selling democracy in addition to selling albums. It would appear that the only thing that Trump was successful in doing was building a wall between himself and the rest of the world. When it comes to stability, that wall isn't nearly as solid as his hairstyle when it's blowing in the wind. During the time that Donnie Diapers is playing with his toy truck, the rest of us are getting ready to remove the actual trash that will be taken away during the upcoming election. Never in my life did I imagine that trash talking could be so advantageous.